Hi guys, it's Luke here from LT Gaming, and today I'm taking an early access look at Between the Stars. Make sure before I start to hit that like button and go and subscribe. We're starting to approach 100 subs and we really appreciate all of the support, so do make that happen. So Between the Stars, it's basically a Star Trek fantasy in space while not being Star Trek. As you can see, it's a really pretty game. The colours from this nebula look incredible. And in a second, you're going to see me enter combat, which is a large part of the space combat RPG game that Between the Stars is trying to be. As you can see, I'm taking down his shields with really cool particle effects. And if you play the prologue of the game, the battle gets like 30 ships in it, and it's absolutely incredible. It's really, really fun, and it's a huge aspect of the game that I really love. As you can see, it's colourful, it's full of chunky sound effects, and it's just awesome. The mercenary ally I have there was a recent update to early access, and I think it really does help. I struggled with some of the missile ships early on, and having an ally helping me out in battle really helped. As you can see, there's lasers going off, missiles, particle cannons. It's absolutely crazy, and I love the combat aspect of this game. But it only makes up 50% of the game, the other half being a text-based driven RPG, I would say almost like Star Trek Away team type system, which is really cool. The game has been in early access for quite some time, and the development really shows. They plan, I believe, to release it somewhere at the end of next year, so there's plenty more time to develop the game and add new sort of abilities, ships and stuff like that. Even extra missions, I think, which they add all the time. If I had to criticize two aspects of the game, it would be really that the world feels a little bit empty. The atmosphere of the game doesn't feel great when you don't really see other ships. You only get intercepted by enemies, and if you go to a space station, for example, you will see a couple of ships fly around, but it feels very empty. So here, look, let's get on to a really big bonus of the game. If you don't like reading, you're not going to enjoy this, but the text-based adventures based on your actual crew are awesome. I have had very interesting adventures down on sadomasochistic sex clubs on planets. This is in the game, by the way, not in real life. I have done that. I have had battles with rogue AI, dangerous pathogens that have broken out. My crew have got diseases. All sorts of crazy stuff has happened. We've dealt with weird alien species, and it really does give you that feel of being in an episode of Star Trek and being a member of that away team. But you're the captain, so usually you survive, or you should survive. As you can see here, you will actually gain attributes from these scenarios. It's a really cool aspect of the game that keeps me coming back. I'm playing quite a few games right now, and I keep firing up this game because I want to do more of the text-based adventures. There's also dice rolls in it, which I enjoy. I don't have a problem with that sort of thing. I know some people don't like that sort of outcome from a game, but for me, absolutely no problem at all. And I really enjoy trying to beat the dice rolls and seeing how it plays out in the stories. But some really great stories and some very good writing. I know some people have complained about grammar issues, but so far I haven't really noticed too many, and I think that, you know, it's not a reason not to pick this game up. It's very reasonable in the way that it's priced, and I think that I picked it up on sale, but I think normally it's available for around $24.99 if I'm not mistaken. Graphically it's great. I have to call out the music. The entrance music is like the closest thing to Star Trek without being Star Trek that I've heard. So they've really nailed that. There's plenty of ships to pick from. There's a crafting system, different weapons that you can build, and all wrapped up with this great space combat and a really great text-based RPG mechanic. And look, I understand that's not going to be for everybody, but for the nerd in me, it really does work, and I love it. It's such a great little game. I think that you could do a lot worse than to pick this up and put some time into it. As you'll see here, when I go into the space station, there are different areas of the space station that I can explore. So I go into the commercial zone, and here we go. I can repair my ship. I can repair my ship and my mercenary ship. I have a different inventory. I have some passengers along for the ride. One is a deranged criminal, and one is a scientist, or the daughter of a scientist that I'm working with. So that's pretty cool. You can fly them around in your ship, and then you can pick up different missions. You'll see me here accept this delivery mission, and with those credits I can improve my ship, buy new ships, and engineer new weapons. Look, I would definitely recommend this. I think it's a really cool game. I'm excited and I hope that they do complete the project and they add more to it. Like I said, the only areas I would criticize are really the atmosphere of the game. It could do with a bit more NPC behavior going on as you fly around and some interesting stuff like that. I think that the world building aspect of this requires some work. I'd like to see, if I go down to a planet, I'd like to see the interior of the planet, or at least landing on the planet and stuff like that. I guess it depends on their budget and their ambition. But yeah, it's a really cool game. I'd pick it up. And yeah, just enjoy it. So there we go. I'm showed you around most of the mechanics of the game, but as the game progresses, I would happily follow up on this and do more early access material. So thanks for joining me today, guys. I've been Luke from LT Gaming. Smash the like, smash the subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.